Hey everyone, what's up? I thought I would come back and talk about my pet rats again because I have more than I did. Shit. So if you did not see my last video, which was 19 rats and counting, I think I jinxed myself with the counting part. Thought it was kind of just a funny joke, but it does turn out that my other rescue rat, Sakura, was also pregnant. So she only had a litter of 6, and I ended up in total with 17 babies. So I thought I'd pop on. If you didn't see that video, it kind of explains who all my rats are, where I got them all, and what stages of life they're at. You can just find it on my YouTube channel because I am not tech savvy enough to put a link. So as I said, I now have 25 rats. The youngest ones are almost 4 weeks old. The oldest ones are 2 years and 4 months this month. And they're great. 17 of them were a big surprise that I wasn't exactly prepared for, but I am happy to have them. So initially I had 6 pet rats.
And my oldest ones were getting older, and then one of our local animal rescues got a lot of new rats, and they got like 48 or something, some crazy amount of rats. So I adopted 2 of those, turned out they were pregnant.
Bada bing, bada boom, got a lot of rats. A lot of my babies are up for adoption. I don't think I can continue to have all 17 of them. However, I'm gonna keep a few. They have given me a lot of purpose in my life. So I guess I just wanted to talk about that because I think if people find out that I accidentally came to have 25 rats, they're like, oh God. But it's not really an oh God thing. It's like a, hey, look at that. So recently, something a lot of people know is that my oldest brother passed away. He passed away really suddenly and really tragically in May of this year. It's totally something I wasn't prepared for, and that hit me really, really hard. And my world just kind of stopped. I was not able to kind of continue any semblance of a normal life, except for caring for my rats. Something I think my pet rats need to be celebrated for is if I did not so fully believe that my pet rats needed to have the best life I could possibly give them, I would not have gotten out of bed most days for that first probably month. And so it's funny because that's often something people talk about with rescue dogs and rescue cats, like who rescued who. So where my senior rats are like really old, nearing the end of what their expected lifespan would be, I think about the fact that I rescued them to give them a better life, and it turns out that they are the kind of main reason I was able to push through or do anything other than just kind of exist in that first little while of dealing with grief. So really, like, yeah, my rats rescued me. And that's like a crazy person thing to say, and I realize that, but it's true, and they've given me a lot of purpose. And now as the babies have come into my life, that's something I never thought I'd experience. It's cause for a lot of joy. It's been amazing to watch nature take its course and watch the mother rats just do their thing. Okay, yeah, so I'm not under any illusion that I'm a motivational speaker. However, that is what my rats mean to me. So I guess I also just wanted to talk a bit about logistically how I'm caring for them and what that has looked like, what that means. So for a very long time now, I have cleaned my rat cage weekly. However, it's changed a lot as I've kind of become more seasoned in rat ownership and kind of figured out what works best for me, what works best for my rats. And I would say I have found like the best way for us as a collective to function in terms of cage cleaning. And that is something I may talk about more in depth later. So then obviously food is a large component, and for the first time in my life I'm actually adding like specific supplements to my rats' diets. Typically it would just be like some veggies, some fruit, some treats, things they just would enjoy. But at this point I have a senior rat supplement that I found on Etsy that I will post a screenshot of in case you're interested in. It's from a rattery in Arizona, I think. And it's something I put in my senior rat wet food, which is just it's just water and rat food, and I blend it up and they still eat because I make that. I call it rat smoothie, and when Angels stopped eating solid food, that's why I started making. So yeah, this supplement, it seems to really entice them. They really enjoy it. But then also the ingredients, there seems to be a lot of research supporting the idea that these ingredients are anti-inflammatory, tend to ward off tumors, cancers, etc. Many things that are causes of death in senior rats, and they also promote kidney health, which is a really important aspect. So then something else we're working with is a foraging mix that I got from my stepmom, who bought it at a rattery on Vancouver Island in BC. I'm not giving it a ton to my senior rats because it does have red lentils in it, and I am concerned about giving them too much protein at this point when their kidneys are not necessarily functioning the best. However, like, they love it. It has a lot of grain as well, which should be good in keeping their body weight up as they age further. And as well, the babies love it, the middle-aged rats love it, the moms love it, everybody loves it. So that's kind of been like a game changer, is this foraging mix that everybody's just going bananas for. As the babies are weaning as well, I'm also giving them rat smoothie, but I'm giving them it without the senior rat supplement as part of it. So they're just getting water and food, and they are eating the regular adult food as well now. I give them just Oxbow adult regal rat food, as well as I supplement their protein. So the breeder for Billy and Bo told me when I got Billy and Bo that Oxbow young rat is not nutritionally competent for rats, and it's actually better to just give them the adult food and then supplement the protein with something like eggs. So that's another thing my baby rats get, is some scrambled eggs every once in a while. We also have treats, and the main treat that my rats love is like baby cheesies. And for all these things, I'll throw some pictures in so that you can just figure out what I'm talking about, but I believe the brand might be Gerber's. They love them. And then also the PC organic baby cheesies. They just love them. And that's kind of something I do, you know, just to make them happy, but also to kind of foster trust. And the cheesies are actually some of the only solid food Angel still eats. So that's, you know, I mean, they're lactose intolerant, so maybe I don't recommend giving a ton of them, but for like 5% of their overall nutritional intake, the cheesies work pretty well. In the long term, I am, you know, very much hoping that a lot of the babies will get adopted. I do have people interested in the females, and that's great. People seem to really be interested in female rats. As for the males, I think I have 10 male babies in total, and I would be really happy to adopt out at least 4 of them, and I will keep as many babies as I have to. So at this point, I have 3 double critter nations. One of them I've had for like 2 years, and that is the one that you see in my cage tour videos. One of them I got new this year when Billy and Bo and Melody all moved in together. And then, yeah, the other one I bought third hand for like half the price that it would typically be new. However, it was quite rusted, so that's been actually a whole refurbishment project. Each of these double critter nations has about
22 cubic feet of space for the rats, so they can typically each take around 8 rats. It's preferable for each rat to have 2.5 cubic feet to themselves. So at this point, I can fit approximately 24 rats in these cages.
However, it becomes an issue when, you know, some of the rats have never met, some of the rats never will meet. I'm gonna let the senior ladies live out their lives in their double critter nation as long as they can. And then it's likely that I will join 2 of the double critter nations for all the females that I'm left with. And as well, the males will have their own double critter nation. It remains to be seen if I will, in the long term, have all of the males neutered so that they can live amongst the females, because I do think that would be a really exciting little component to add to my little rat society. However, if I keep all 10, that might be more challenging, not only because of the expense, but also because of the recovery time it will take.
That said, like, neutering has a lot of benefits in that it takes away any chance of there being testicular cancer, yada yada blah blah, and it also negates the possibility that they may become aggressive later on in life.
So these are kind of the things I'm thinking about short term, long term, and this is kind of how it's working for me right now.